Now we have a mic. All right, I'll start over. Oh, give everybody a second. Get this marked. Get center marked on it. All right. Get it going. We're going to make a incense burner today, and we're just kind of trying to come up with a project, pretty easy project this morning. Came up with this. The hardest part of the project so far is finding those little things. They're little cone-shaped incense, and after 4 stores, I finally went to a smoke shop, and that's where they had them. So if you're looking for little cone-shaped incense, I would check the smoke shop first. All right. So if this is your first time here, my wife Robin is on the phone with me. So if you have any questions, just go ahead and throw them up in the chat, and she will try and get them all answered. Keep up. This piece of apple wood, it's a little bigger than what we're gonna end up with, but I just figured I'd start out with this. And as always, this will be up on the Q&A channel after it's over, and I'll re-edit in a little spot in the beginning of it. Tips to starting out turning. I would start looking for a local turning club. Join a local turning club. That is probably one of the best things you can do. It takes some classes like at Woodcraft, one of those places like that. They have great beginner classes. I would start there. I would see if you have a local turning club too. It's really gonna help speed up the whole learning process, because people there are willing to help you out and work with you. And I would, before you go getting all crazy and buying some giant lathe, figure out what kind of things you like to turn first, because you don't need a big lathe if you want to do small things like pins or boxes, things like that. So start out with, figure out what you want to do first and get the basics down. Before we get started, I want to say a huge thank you to everybody, all of you, and all the sponsors that helped make this possible, everybody that sponsors the show, and everybody that helped sponsor the mobile shop. I got the call this morning. The windows are here. They will be installed on Wednesday, and we are going to go out and film that process of getting those in. So it's huge. We've been waiting for, I don't know, it's coming up on a month now that we had the trailer for about 2 hours, and it's been sitting in the guy's shop. And if I would have known that, I would have had it here where I could have worked on it. But anyway, it's all good. Got the windows this morning, so they're going in on Wednesday, and we will finish that. So huge thank you to everybody who made it possible, and everybody, Carolina and Easy Wood and Woodcraft, for helping support it. Thank you so much, guys. All right, first thing I'm going to do is true this up, and then we'll start shaping a little bit. So basically what I'm going to do is just kind of make a little pot on the bottom of it, and then it's basically a box. Make a little pot, make a lid for it. The lid's going to have a little chimney on it. Went and picked up some candles too. So they're just little tea light candles. I'm going to pull the candle out and just use that little metal cup in there. That'll go on the inside of it, and then the little incense will go right down in that. All right, let's get going. I had Todd over here yesterday, and he turned a beautiful platter, and I believe he just put up another picture of it up on Instagram, and it's gorgeous. Hybrid maple burl platter. Amazing. All right, need my glasses. All right, I'm going to use a roughing gouge. I'm going to start out, I don't know, probably right around 1,000. We'll see, about 800, and then we'll speed it up once we get it trued up. And again, this is a piece of apple. And let me switch cameras here. There we go. Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah, before I get too far into it, I have it's not tennis elbow, it's tendis elbow or something like that. Anyway, this stream is sponsored by Mueller. When life kicks you, kick back with a Mueller. My arm has been killing me for a couple of weeks, and I went and got that thing, and it actually really helps. I was having a hard time closing my fingers like that without it hurting, and that takes all the pressure off of it. So yes. My favorite type of wood is probably maple. I like the variety of it. It turns nice. But it's probably one of my favorites. I use a lot of burl. Here in Oregon, we have a lot of burl, pretty available. So, and I love that random pattern. Not a big fan of just straight grain. All right. Getting close. Crank it up a little bit more. We're at 2,000 RPMs now. All right. I got a little spot right there still. Not sure if that's going to matter though. We'll just get it out of there. All right, so I'm going to make the top of the little pot, this right here, and so what I'm going to do is I am just going to go ahead and start shaping that now, and then I'll end up cutting this in half and making this the chimney part of it, but I'll shape it. I am going to put a foot on the bottom of it, so I'm going to turn basically a little cone that's coming out of the bottom of it, but I'm going to hit it on the oscillating sander to make 3 feet on it. So let's just start doing that. What am I? This wood is pretty soft too. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a little punky. I'm gonna bump this. I got this face shield. I believe it was Woodcraft, and I think they're about $30. And I've had a couple of them, and this one is the most comfortable, I think. No, I turned most of the things, most of the wood I turn is dry. This is a little bit wet, but not much. So if you're making a box like this, you definitely want to make sure it's dry wood, or it'll warp on you and the lid won't fit right. So this one's a little bit green, but it's not. I'm just kind of, you know, making a little incense pot here. I'm not trying to make a, you know, box where the lid needs to fit nice. But if you want to do boxes or pins or anything like that, you don't want to use green wood. If you're making bowls, definitely turn it green to speed up the process. Oh. Bring this down a little bit, and then what I'm going to do is end up cutting a lot of that away, so that we're just left with 3 little feet there. Parting tool. We'll make a tenon on this so that we can grab it with the chuck. Yeah, I think you know, they're okay. They're, you know, they're not the best, but they will work. I know several people started out with them, so it's if that's what you can afford right now to get started, I would say go for it. But you might look around, you know, check the price on it and look around. You might be able to find one on Craigslist or through a local turning club for right about the same money and get a little better machine. So all right, so I think oh, okay. I'm sorry, Robin. Just let me know. We had a couple of questions about the shop. Yes, they weren't here a minute ago. We again, huge thank you to everybody. The mobile shop is close now. I just got a call this morning that the windows came in, and that is what we've been waiting on. It's been almost a month, and the windows finally showed up today. They're putting them in on Wednesday. We're going to go out and film a little bit of that, and so we will be on the road soon. As soon as we get the windows in, we'll have the trailer back here, and we can build a couple little things for the inside of it, get the wrap sent to the guy so he can make sure everything is perfect, and then we're going to take it down to him and going to put the wrap on it. So we will, at this point, everything is a go. We'll be on the road very, very soon. We've just kind of been sitting here twiddling our thumbs waiting for the windows to show up. So it's been driving me nuts. All right. So it is pretty dry. It's not, it's been down for, I don't know, a few years, but it wasn't cut up or anything. It was just sitting in some guy's backyard. We got this off of Craigslist. All right. Nice. Very nice, Jane. We will definitely be back there. We will be coming. Yes, we'll be coming to Tennessee. We will be everywhere. It's just we need to, you know, we can't just take off and leave for 6 months. But we're gonna start out for at least, a few months here locally. I mean, when I say locally, I mean like 3 or 4 states around us to kind of get our feet wet. Oh, no, it's at the trailer. It hasn't been cut yet. He didn't want to cut it till the windows showed up, so it's just been sitting there at his shop, at this guy's shop, waiting for the windows to show up. So he said basically he can get almost the entire thing done on Wednesday. Cut it out, put the windows in, get it all sealed back up. He said he might have a little bit left to do on Thursday, but it's basically a 1-day job. Hey Fred, how you doing, man? That's awesome. Yeah, it takes a while to get all get comfortable with it and just take your time and yes, we will be in Atlanta for the woodworking show in August, the big one, the IWAFS, or I can't even remember what the name of it is. Will be, I believe it's the 24th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, something like that. Does that sound right? Okay. Yes, we'll be there for that. It is beautiful wood to work with, olive wood. Yes, it's a great wood. It turns really nice. I don't know if there's anything. I haven't turned a lot of it, so I don't know if there's anything real specific you need to be careful of. But it turns really nice. Finishes great. I would find a nice hardwood to make something like a drinking glass out of. Let me grab something real quick and show you. Do I have any? Oh, I don't have any. Never mind. I can't show you if I don't have it, right? It's General Finishes makes it, and it is called Salad Bowl Oil. It is a food safe finish, and it works really nice. Easy to apply. You just wipe it on, put as many coats as you want on it. It works great, and it's food safe. And it's called Salad Bowl Oil. I would put a good polyurethane on a gavel. Yeah, I would put probably several coats of polyurethane on it for something that's going to get used a lot. Let me clean that up just across there. I'm going to make a little recess in it so that the lid fits it. Oh, wow. That's a lot of snow. We got hit pretty hard yesterday morning and then again last night. There was almost enough to cover the ground. I mean, it melted away in about 2 hours, but salad bowl oil. General salads that you eat, yes. It is General Finishes Salad Bowl. I believe it's Salad Bowl Oil Finish is what the full name of it is, but I don't have a can of it right here to show you. And it works great. All right. Clean up that just a little bit more. That goes down in there, and then I can still come over here. Make just a little reset. Wow, that is a lot of snow. Yeah, we haven't got anything this year. That was it. Yesterday was just a dusting. It's supposed to get down into the 20s tonight, but no more snow, I don't think. It's a lot taller than it looks. All right, that should be good. There we go. All right, and then I can make that a little bit deeper. So it's not just barely sitting on it. Now I'm going to use that little recess to finish the bottom of it. Is the trail for sales? No. We're just traveling around. I mean, we're going to be doing the videos and the weekly videos out of it sometimes too. But yeah, it's not a sales trailer. It's teaching, going to other people's shops. We're definitely going to do some demos and things out of it, and for clubs and things like that too. But it's not a sales trailer. Robin considered selling burgers out of it, but we shot that down right away. I told her we could do coffee. We could do tall lattes out of it. How about that? All right. So I'm going to sand it up. I'm going to use, this is the Howard Beeswax and Orange Oil. And if you're watching this on later on, the links are always down below in the description. So we should probably have all those links ready for this part of it. Food grade epoxy, yeah, that'll work too. That would probably work the best. That would last a lot longer than the salable oil, but how do you get them all smooth? Do you like have a little something that's rotating them around? So, burgers. Yes, turned burgers. Oh, all right. Oh, different chucks. Yeah, there's a lot of them out there. I haven't used very many of them, so I can't. As far as like tool recommendations, there's I mean, I would check like some blogs and stuff because I haven't used a lot of different stuff, so I can't say this one works better than that one. I've used the Nova and the Easy Wood. I think that's really about it. We're about to find out if it's flammable. I have no idea. Uh, you know what? That is funny, Jamie. Somebody asked me years ago to turn a burger press. I actually did a video on it too. I, Baby, I can make the presses and you can make burgers. How about that? We already got it set up. I did turn a burger press. Wow, that was a long time ago, Jamie. Or was he asking me to make one? I have a video up on making a burger press. Yes, I've worked with Osage orange a little bit too, not a whole lot, but it's nice wood, turns nice, great color. Um, and we just got a big piece. It was Osage orange, right? We just got a big piece of it from Rob. All right, one more grit and then we'll switch to the Yorkshire. So, yeah, I have no idea. I should probably look at the back of the bottle before we fire this thing up. See if it's flammable. I don't think beeswax is flammable. I think it just melts. All right, burgers it is, and the shavings on them that's no extra charge for that. Oh, hello, Scott. Did you just come on? All right, Scott. The windows just came in this morning. I will let you know as soon as they're done, and then we're headed down your way. Scott is my buddy, and we're going down by his place to get the wrap put on. Yes, I answered the Chuck question. All right. Chandelier. I think we didn't we talk about this before. I haven't put a whole lot more thought in it yet. I want to do, and I need the Arbor Tech to do it. I want to do a octopus, and I thought that'd be kind of cool to do a chandelier octopus. Um, but I was gonna make a desk lamp one first just to kind of see, but I need to get that Arbor Tech. Um, Actually, I think I need a couple different sizes before I do it. Anything other than CA glue give you a glass finish? That I don't know. I know CA glue gives you incredible finish. It just takes, I think, a long time to put it on. Mini coats. I would think epoxy would do it. I haven't played around with it enough to really say one way or the other, but Scott, it should be, I'm hoping week and a half tops. Right around there. And we will, as soon as I get the trailer back, I'm calling and sending him all the information with the wrap on it, and then he's got to go over it and make sure it's all high enough resolution and everything. ArborTech is this awesome tool that I don't have it anymore. I borrowed it from Jared at Lizard Blanks. So it's a disc. They have a variety of different sizes, but it's a disc that goes on an angle grinder, and it has like carbide teeth in it, and it's amazing for carving. I know it sounds, like a disc with carbide teeth on it. Seems a little hard to control. It's not at all. You put it on an angle grinder and you can literally just shape it any way you want, and it's not sanding it away. It's actually cutting it, so they're shavings, just like when you're turning. But they have like a little disc and then a ball one, and it's awesome for doing carving stuff like that. I haven't seen anything else out there that works as good as that does. They have grinding wheels and sanders and everything like that, but just kind of a mess. I don't think they do a clean a job. All right. All right. Yep, you bet, man. Thank you. All right. So let's take this off of there, and we'll use that hole there to expand the jaws and clean the bottom off. But that's apple wood again. Just beautiful, nice chocolate color. Yeah, if you ever get your hand on any like fruit wood, it really is pretty. Yeah, that's the same stuff we got free on Craigslist. All right, so, I think I'm going to have to use the little pin chuck on that. I think. Let's see. Yeah, I think that one's going to be too big. Yep. All right. Oh, cool. Yeah, Jared's got some nice stuff. He has been working like crazy, getting the business off the ground and everything. But yeah, he is. Yeah. All right. Let's bring the tailstock up. Oh, thank you, Nathan. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. A little. No, peach. I never have. That's probably really nice too. Peach. Well, what color is it? I know, Jim. They do the same thing here. If you don't get to them fast enough, they burn all the orchards here, whether it's filbert or apple or pear. Just they don't think anybody would like to have it, and they just pile it up. I got a couple years ago. I got a bunch of filbert, and I pulled in the lot, and they had it all piled up. And the guy comes over with a backhoe and just lifts it up and put it in my truck for me, and said, "There you go. What are you gonna do with it?" But yeah, they don't. It's just easier for them to pile it up and burn it. All right, this is it's a spindle gouge, and it's about 1,000 RPM. So I'm just gonna cup this out just a little bit so that I can sand it down and try and then just have 3 little feet on it when we're done. Oop, oop. Oh. Yeah, it's, I mean, I don't know. If you don't do it all the time, it's one of those things, you just don't think about it. When I was growing up, we burnt madrone all the time for firewood, and just, it's what we heated the house with. Ah, oh, oh. That's funny, Jim. Hopefully he wasn't just going to burn it. Okay. The grain orientation, it's from head to tail stock. So really, when you're doing stuff like this, it's special, especially like spindle turning. If you're doing finials or wands or any of that, the grain needs to be running. You know, it doesn't matter which end, but it needs to be running this way on the lathe. So your end grain is down here. Trying to turn something, that the grain is running the other direction. That right there is, so you can kind of see the grain runs right down that. So that's cross grain right there. But if you put a piece on here and the end grain's running like that, it's just, I don't know. You can't get a really clean cut on it, and the chances of it breaking are a lot higher, especially for something like finials. just gonna take one little pass on that, and then we'll sand it. Just come down just a little bit more. All right, sand that up. Most of it's going to be, cut away, but it's just easier to do it now, so you don't have to go back and hand sand all those little spots. Oil. Anybody have any projects or anything working on right now? We are getting ready for the Maker's Rock Challenge. If you haven't heard of that, it's, what is it? I think it's makersrock.com. Is that the website? So I think there's over 30 people now doing album covers. So it should be really cool to see what everybody comes up with. And I'll do a kind of a announcement video here pretty quick on that too. What? Oh. All right. What's going on? Oh, nice. That's nice, Mark. Yeah, that's a great project too. If you're, just getting into it or starting out, make tool handles. I have done a couple of segmented bowls, Fabian, but nothing like crazy segmented, elaborate. I don't know if I have the patience for crazy segmented elaborate. um, this little burner, the little incense burner. How much would it go for? You know what? To be honest with you, I probably wouldn't sell it. Um, it's not that I don't like it or anything. It's I don't know. I have kind of a problem sticking a burning little incense in there and then telling somebody else to do it. It is wood. I've done a lot of tea lights, kind of the same style, where you just drop the candle in, and I don't have a problem with that. But this is going to have a lid on it, and I really don't know, and I'm probably not going to use it very much, and I'm going to test it out before I do to make sure that it's not getting too hot in there. Thank you very much, OJ. Thank you, sir. All right. One more grit, and then we can make the lid. And as far as this is basically a little box. So, and it really depends on the box, on what they're going to go for, how much time you have in it. All of that. You just kind of figure all of that up. if you have to buy the wood or if it's, even if it's something you went and got, that still costs money. So just kind of figure out what you want for it. All right. A little bit of this. Quarter to 4 in Moscow. Wow. Very cool. Thanks for watching, man. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you very much, sir. All right. Let's get some wax on this and get the top of it done so you can at least see what it's going to look like. Looks like a little gold, a little witch's pot or something right now. Oh, I'm super excited about the trailer being done. In Montana, not that I know of. You know what I would do is go on the AAW's website. That's just AAW. It's the American Association of Woodturners, and they have like an events list on there, and it will list all of the turning clubs and all of the symposiums going on. But I don't know know of any offhand. You know, Maxine, that is a great idea, and I've been wanting to make. You might have seen, there where you pull one piece out and then to get the other piece out. I've been wanting to do one of those for a long time, and I just haven't sat down and figured it out. But yeah, that would be a fun project. I like puzzle things like that, and like the crypttext and all of that. I haven't played tennis in a few years. This is yes, Turner's elbow. And that's why I've contacted Mueller, the tennis elbow strap of champions. All right. So there's a little pot. Like I said, I'll cut into these little pieces here to leave 3 little feet on it. But let's make the top real quick first. It's not okay. It's literally, Jamie. It's not on the floor. It's sitting up on a box, so it hasn't made it to the floor yet. It's sitting up on a tote. Oh, I think maybe that's what I think Mike's probably right. What happened was when that blade, the scroll saw cut me because they're dangerous. I jerked back, and that's how I got the injury into my elbow. Oh, did it? Okay, sweet. I haven't. You know what? It comes back every. I don't know. I probably get it once a year or something, and it lasts a little while. But it had been bothering me for. Normally, it just kind of comes and goes, but it didn't go this time. So I was that's why I went and got the brace. And it really does. It's weird. You put that thing on and it doesn't hurt anymore. So Big fan of the Mueller. All right, so I'm going to put this back in there like that. I'm going to turn a tenon on it, and then we'll start making our happy little chimney. Oh, okay. Well, let me. I don't know. This one has a little pad in it, and it works really. It seems to work really well. It was the mid-range one. They had like a cheap one, and they had this one, and then they had like a $26 one that looked like it lit up with LEDs and stuff. And I'm not sure what was going on there, but this one seems to be good. How many projects have I accidentally broken? Probably quite a few. I usually just go around and break all of Robin's glass stuff outside on accident. Like, got lots of stuff outside hanging up. I usually hit it with my head walking by. But no, I've broken many projects. I've only broken a couple on purpose, though. Well, the Cryptex works great. Did you see the one I did, Maxine? Oh, you will see us coming from a mile away. We're putting pink flamingos on it. You'll know it's us. Yes, it's going to have a wrap on it. Pat has got it all done, and we're just waiting for the trailer because I need to take exact measurements on it so he can resize it all, if there need any adjustment. But he has it all done. It looks like a shed from the outside, a little workshop, and it is going to be awesome. Yes. Tips for wood turning. Do you guys have like a local club or anything? It's really, really handy to be able to turn with somebody else that kind of show you the ropes. Just take it slow. Hang on, I'm trying to knock this little. It's yeah, I would see if there's a local turning club that is in your area, and that would really help. But just start out with some basic stuff. Do tool handles and things like that. It's a little bit too big. Hang on, I have to cut. It's bowed up a little bit. I need to cut that off. Oh, hang on one sec. The chuck. This is the Easy Wood chuck, and it's held up very well. I've had it for, I think it's 4 or 5 years. I can't remember, but it still works great. The only thing with that zoom ring was a little bit tight, but other than that, I've never had jaw pop out or anything. So. Mm-hmm. All right, we need a little pot there. We're gonna bring the diameter of that down to that, and then put a tenon. This is what I do for a living now. Worked for Freightliner trucks, both Robin and I, for 20 years, and now we do this for a living. All right, we're up at 3. Thanks. It really is. It is. You could get so creative with it. I don't know. I just, there's endless projects you can do. Once you get the basics down, you can just go from there. So we're just gonna make it like a chimney, and I'm gonna take a Forstner bit and just go right into it, but get it down here a little bit more, and then I'll grab the calipers. It's kind of making it look like one of those outside terracotta little, what do they call those, little fire pit things. First time turning, what woods to use? I would start with a semi hardwood like poplar is probably a really good wood. It's not very expensive, and it's hard enough to that you can finish something with a nice finish on it, but it's not so hard that if you get a catch or something, it's gonna cause too much damage. And you can buy it just about anywhere, but it's a nice one. Yeah, I wouldn't start out with like a super hard cocobolo or something like that. Has anybody seen my? Oh, I found them. All right. So we want to come on the outside of that for that part of it, a little bit more, right about there. Then we can kind of custom fit it after that. So need to come down about an 1/8 or so on each, all the way around. And then we want to make a little tenon there. Hey Jim, how you doing? My favorite finish is the Howards. It is the one I use on just about everything. I mean, well, I shouldn't say that. I finish it off with the wax. I finish it off with that, but I sand and everything with that Howards, and it's kind of a finish too. I just put a top coat of that on the top of it, but I've been wanting to get some of the gloss one of this too. It has a little more shine to it. But I really don't like stuff too glossy, so I like that. I like that satin look more. Really really close. Just a little bit. All right. So that should be enough right there. I'll take one more little sliver off of that. Hey Jim, thank you for sharing last week's video on the Facebook page. Appreciate that. There we go. All right. Oh, do I have, yeah, okay, so bowl gouge is a much deeper flute on it. Hang on. So, there's a bowl gouge. Hang on, let me grab the other one. Okay. How's that? Is that focusing? So there's the difference, and the bowl gouge is much deeper, and it's designed for getting inside of bowls, but you can use it on the outside of bowls too. The spindle gouge is designed a little more for just doing spindle work. Finials, wands, things like that. I mean, something like this, you can use the spindle gouge on. So it's not. I wouldn't recommend trying to clean out the inside of a bowl or something with a spindle gouge. Go with the bowl gouge or the carbide. So this is apple. It is apple wood. Chris, we are working on a incense burner. All right. Is that what we're calling it? It's an incense burner. Pot belly wood stove incense burner. Say that 3 times. With the carbide, you just turn them. It takes like 2 seconds to sharpen the gouges. I use a one-way sharpening jig and CBN wheels. I use easy wood, only easy wood carbide. There you go. See, you could eliminate having to get the bowl gouge and the spindle gouge, and you could just buy this one, Mike. Look at that. It's got a cute little baby cutter on it. And it does inside, outside, upside down, everything. All right. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to make the chimney, and I'm going to take and drill all the way through it with a Forstner bit. And that way, when we come in here and bring this down a little bit, it'll already have the hole in it and be ready to go. Yes, that is the sanding paste that I just it's the Howard beeswax and orange oil. I think we want this a little bit smaller, don't we? What do you think? Let's take a vote. Does the chimney need to be, what do you think? Do I need to bring this diameter down a little bit? I think I do. Well, the chimney's going to be a little taller. It's going to be like up in there. But this diameter here, what do you guys think? I'm thinking this needs to come down a little bit. I mean, it's almost as big as the pot. Okay, voting's over. I'm going to bring it down a little bit. Okay, all I want to know, because I didn't... Yorkshire. Oh, the sanding paste. Yes, Yorkshire. Smaller. There we go. All right. So I just switched to a smaller Forstner bit so I can still have some material to bring it down. And that is quite a... That still doesn't seem like enough. Huh. Huh. That is... Oh, that's probably good. That's going to give me almost half an inch on each side that I can come down. Oh! This, yes, sanding paste, Yorkshire grit. All right, bring that up there. Yeah, that would be cool. Mark, where is that? Mark Lindsay? Different Mark? Oh, okay. Where are you at, Mark? What kind of what? I wear Carolina work boots. Carolina. Thank you again, Carolina. I love you guys. Right? I'm going to have to get a Mueller back brace. I wonder if they make back braces. All right. Let's try and go in there a little bit further. Jimmy, many attempts, and I still get them wrong sometimes. So it's always always a challenge to get them perfect. But you really don't, you don't want them loose, but you don't want them too tight either. So I always make them a little bit tight, take them in the house, and let them sit overnight, and then do a little bit of hand sanding on them if I have to. The podcast is Woodturners Anonymous with Braxton and Jason and myself. We are trying to record another episode. I believe Braxton just got another one done and up, or it will be up shortly. But I saw that he was editing another one of them, so there should be one coming out, and then we'll get back on track. My favorite woodworking supply store, it depends on what it is. I go just about everywhere. I go to Woodcraft. I get a lot of stuff. They're just up the street from me. I get stuff from, a bunch of different places. I get like my grinder and CBN wheels. That's from Ken at Woodturners Wonders, and I try and get as much of the stuff as I can from people that help support the show, and I really appreciate that. So I try and get. She's doing all right, and it seems like things are starting to get back to normal, but it's still really tough. So I can't imagine, going through something like that. So it'll be a while, but she'll be back and all good. All right, I'm just gonna bring this down a little bit. Have I ever what? Oh, Pennsylvania. Okay. Well, yeah, yeah. When definitely, we're gonna be once we get going like cross country stuff like that. We'll definitely it as long as we can. We'll be letting everybody know where we're gonna be. So, but it'll be a while. Yeah, yeah. I would just so make your tenon a little bit. So if you're making a box too, so on the box you have the tenon on that. So just make it a little bit long, probably like that one there. If I was making a box, it would probably be 3 times that long. It would be well close to 3 times. I would have it, probably that long on the box. Then that way, when you fit the lid on it too, doesn't just have this little teeny surface where it has to be perfect. It has that whole thing. So if it's a little bit off, as and it's not perfectly parallel at one point in there, it may be, and it just makes it easier to fit them. All right, bring this down a little bit more. And I'm about 2,500 RPMs. Okay, I'm almost done. Oh, thanks, man. Have a good one. All right, then I'm going to flare this out just a little bit there. Oh, that would be awesome. The mic. Now that would be fun. Okay, I am gonna come to Texas like tomorrow. Yes, it has an amazing warranty. Everybody was picking on me on the show on Friday on Twitch because I was trying to explain the 7-year warranty on everything. 7 years on everything. All right. So I just put a little lip around the top of it there too to kind of. Oh, I don't think I went in far enough. That was about it. Ooh, that's close. Hey, thanks for stopping in, man. Have a good one. Oh, thank you. We are so looking forward to Maker Central. Very soon. All right, I'm going to sand that up. And we'll be done. All right. Wax. So. There we go. Look at that. It does look like a little outdoor pot. All right. Sandpaper. Yes, I did do a little video for Sam's wife. Tell your wife hi. We will see you very soon. Was that Jamie? Oh, okay. Do I use it? I'm not sure what that means. Do I use a 2x2 to square something up? Shape wood plate. I'm not sure what that means. Thank you. You guys are, Jamie said you guys are trying to make it to Maker Central. That'd be awesome. Regular maintenance on the lathe. I I try and keep the spindles clean. As far as inside the like where the live center goes, I clean that out. Just keep the lathe basically cleaned up. Everything is sealed up, so I don't have to do maintenance on bearings or any of that. But keep keep the lathe bed clean. I put wax on the on my tool rest to make sure there's no dings or anything on that. I don't do a whole lot of maintenance on it. The bed is stainless steel, so you don't have to worry about rust or anything because I sand a lot, wet sand a lot. Oh, to make a square shaped plate. I'm I'm not sure what he means about using it, making a square shaped plate. I mean, I guess you could use a 2x2. It's probably not the best wood to turn. Not quite sure what he means. Oh, nice. Very nice. That's awesome. We'll see you there, Sam. All right. I got 2 more grits. Okay, Robin. I'm really close. I'm almost done. Okay, what is the stuff I'm sanding with right now? Oh, the purpose of it is to eliminate all the dust. That's all it's really doing. It darkens the wood up a little bit. You can use it as a finish, but the main reason I use it is because it gets rid of all that fine dust, and that is well worth it to me. I'm not a big fan of high gloss finishes, so I'm not going to put a polyurethane over it. So it's kind of a win-win for me. I put sand with this stuff. It's Howard's beeswax and orange oil, and then I put on the Yorkshire grit and Hampshire sheen wax over the top of it, and I am done. Projects to start with. I would start with tool handles, kitchen utensil handles, things like that. Something you can put in between centers. Yeah, tops, pins. I would just start with small stuff until you really just get comfortable with the tools and how they cut and all of that. So I'd start out with the between centers. All right, I want to get the little burner in there and see if it works. So we were talking right before we started, and I think I might have to drill a little air hole in the pot. I'm not sure though whether it's going to get enough air down in there. We'll see. I'm going to try it without it, but I may have to drill a little hole in the side of it later on. Ooh. Oh. All right, a little bit of this. Then then I can have a chili dog. Robin. Then when I'm done, I can have a chili dog. That's what we're having for dinner. So I need to get this done so I can have a chili dog. Well, they're chili sausages. They're not hot dogs. So that makes it a little fancier, right? All right. I'll pop this thing off of here. I'm just going to use a parting tool there, and it should come off pretty easy. Yeah. Well, I know what you mean. We haven't bought our tickets yet. We're still waiting. We have to save up for it. So we're actually looking at buying them next month. So I know what you mean. We need to get them soon. I have a vacuum chuck. Or I mean, not a vacuum chuck, a dust collector. It's this little guy right here. It's out back, but it has a 4-inch hose on it, and it takes care of just about everything. I try and, if I'm turning greenwood, I try and pick up as much of the big shavings as we can, and just throw them in a bag. But this picks up all the little stuff, because if it has a steel grate on it, and it will clog up pretty fast if they're long ribbons or what do you call it? Resin. Hang on, let me switch cameras back here real quick. All right, so I need to clean that up, but let me show you here. Let's fire this thing up before we go. And then I'll put a picture up. I'm going to edit it a little bit in the front of the video, and then put it up on the Q&A channel, and I'll film cutting the feet on it, and I'll finish that real quick. All right, here's these little guys. I have no idea. I just walked in there. Robin goes, well, which ones did you get? The first jar. I just grabbed the ones out of the first jar. I don't know what they're supposed to smell like. They smell like charcoal. It says mixed berry. I don't know what mixed berry smells like. Is that a smell? What am I doing with the rest of the applewood? I'm turning, I'll be turning different things out of it. I have a bunch of it. So, fireball, there's no fireballs. Although, apparently, it's probably, I don't know, putting that in there is not, you probably need a pair of, needle nose pliers. There we go. Well, it's going. Can you see it smoking? Oh, it smells like mixed berry in here. It's delicious. I don't know what it smells like. It doesn't smell like cinnamon. She goes, you should have got cinnamon. Sorry, baby. It doesn't smell like cinnamon. I don't think it really smells like anything. I don't think that. I think it's just something. It's just smoke. It smells like smoke. Yeah. You know what I would do on the next one though? I would make that smaller, because I think it would. You can kind of. I think it's too big. So if you made where the smoke was coming out, just kind of a maybe your finger size hole, it'd probably look cooler. I think. But I can bring it up there and show you. Look at that. It is coming out. I think if it was a smaller hole, it would be kind of cool though. Can we do smoke rings? How do you do smoke rings? I don't know how to do that. Anyway. Mike, you need to be on call in case something goes wrong with this. It was a great interview on the show yesterday too. Miter Mike was on Makers International podcast yesterday. Very cool. All right. Like I said, I'll get the feet cut up, and then when I re-upload it to the other channel, I'll show you how I did that. It's just a little spindle sander over there. All right, guys. Thank you for stopping by. Like I said, very soon, within a few days, we'll have the trailer back, and I'll show you some footage of getting that all set up and put together, and then we'll have it back here, and I'm going to start filming a couple little builds from inside of it before we hit the road. So it's all coming together. It's a culmination. Super excited about it. All right, man. Guys, have a great day, and I will see you in a few days. All right, have a good one. Thanks, everybody.